I fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm all roll for these. Get it, not compliment.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Los Angeles Crusaders going up against the Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Philadelphia Eagles. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Here's Taylor. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And Josh Hill has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Here we go.
This is Coleman. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction. This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Fresh set of downs here. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Benson Mayowa able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Coleman. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They will run again with Coleman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Coleman now. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vince Beagle able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very solid gain of 27. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Looking to throw. Finding room inside the 40. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're going to look to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be in the red zone this time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the press, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 5. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And here now the offense heading back out there. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Here's Coleman. Shifts by him. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown! Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. Runs through the contact. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down. He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they have the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Just keeping the play alive. He can run for it, and he will. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Taylor to throw. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Flash round. Here we go.
To throw is Taylor. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. And then going deep for Hill. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He'll take it at the 42. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Shaq Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Give him 28 yards on that one. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try to run with a J. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They begin the drive with Coleman. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Flashes another juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Dupree that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll set up a throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Taylor. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Matt Milano, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete as well.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
This one away by the punter, Dar. This is taken around the 12. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And to give this time to the tailback. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Demarius. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Ajayi. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, what a move. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. On third down, Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory. Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Taylor, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, no, check, Patriots.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.